Anyway, all right, let's go over these. I haven't gone over the patch notes yet, so I think now would probably be the best time for us to do it. So according to the patch notes, it says that they're gonna have some shared balance policies, I guess. Let's see. It says right here regarding battle balance adjustments for version 2.02. Following the previous update, we will continue addressing moves with excessively high return relative to risk and high performance moves that can repeatedly create advantageous situations, leading to one-sided gameplay. Balance adjustments will prioritize moves with particularly high impact based on player feedback and match data. In consideration of several major esports tournaments scheduled. Actually, hold on. Oh wait, yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Scheduled in August, large-scale balance adjustments are expected to conclude. Large-scale balance adjustments are expected to conclude with version 2.03. What version is this? This is version 2.02. So we have one more balance update. In consideration, okay, we got that. Balance adjustment policy for version 2.02. The upcoming update will include further adjustments aimed at optimizing the overall balance between offense and defense. In addition to the shared policy above, we will revise certain aspects of the heat system to prevent it from having an excessive impact on match flow. Adjustments to heat time consumption for certain moves. Some moves that consume remaining heat timer have been a disproportionate impact on the balance of offensive and defense. To address this, we will adjust the amount of heat timer consumed by these moves. In particular, high guard crush potential moves have made it difficult for the defending side to respond and often led to one-sided situations. As such, we will increase their heat timer consumption to better balance risk and reward. This change aims to make move selection more tactical and appropriate to the situation by correcting the risk-reward balance for heat timer consuming moves. Hold on. Let me lower the volume. Okay. Let's see. 2. Tracking adjustment for heat smash. For some characters, if the first hit of a heat smash whiffs, the follow-up attacks would still track the opponent excessively. In version 2.02, we will adjust the tracking so that if the first hit misses, the following attacks will no longer track the opponent. This aims to prevent situations where the defending player is unfairly hit despite a successful evasion and to improve counterplay opportunities against heat smash. Oh, so like Brian's heat smash and even King's heat smash, Dragunov, Nina, Jin. I can think of so many different ones that should be balanced in this. Let's see. In version 2.02, okay, I read that part. Okay. Balance adjustment policy for version 2.03. Patch notes are included to be released on Tuesday, July 8th. Buffs for select characters within a range that does not significantly impact overall battle balance. Revisions to frame data on block for rage arts in light of increased importance of counterattacks due to raised health bars. We will continue working to improve overall battle balance and provide a better competitive environment. Okay. Made some adjustments and changes to the movie cinematics, some move lists, certain context, yada yada yada. What's this? Eddie down 3 counter, Scarecrow stance down back 1+2, Shaheen down 1, Anna pleasure time 4. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on hit to reduce instances where certain fast activating attacks would whiff. Okay. Heat dash adjusted an issue where under certain conditions, performing a heat dash would cause the character to dash in the opposite direction from the opponent. Okay, so here are the patch notes we got here. Let's see. Heat, so I guess Elisa got nerfed in her heat, adjusted the tracking properties so that the follow-up attacks no longer track the opponent if the first hit whiffs. That has never happened, so I think that's such a useless nerf, I guess, quote unquote. Literally, her heat smash is so bad. Like, it's like the slowest one in the game. It is just so insanely terrible. Hey, what's up? We're going over patch notes right now. Let's see. Anna, during heat, reduce the tracking performance of the second hit when the first hit whiffs. I personally never have seen the second hit really try to align like that. Like, it is what it is, I guess, but I haven't really noticed it. During heat, upward 3-1, upward 3-2. Adjusted the tracking properties so that the follow-up attacks no longer track the opponent if the first hit whiffs. Okay. Up back 1, up back 2, up 1, and up 2. The consumption of remaining heat has been changed from -240 to -300. During Chaos Judgment, take throw from an opponent. Increase the recovery time by 2 frames. When the first hit is blocked or whiffs, changing the frame data on block from -1 to -3. The tracking ability of the second hit against sidesteps has been reduced. Recovery time of third attack increased by 1 frame. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 3 frames, and the advantage on block has been changed from -8 to -12. What? When blocking, reduce the knockback distance when the attack is blocked. What the fuck? Tracking it. Wait. Increase the recovery time taking a throw from -3. So it's -3 when you take a throw. Second hit against sidesteps has been reduced. I guess. Like, it's talking about first hits, but it's talking about her throw parry. Like, bitch, what the fuck is it talking about? Yeah, like, that it just makes no sense. Like, what? Okay, so like I get it went from -1 to -3 if you get a throw parry off of CJM, but then it says the tracking ability of the second hit against sidesteps has been reduced. What second hit are we talking about? What are we talking about? Recovery time of third attack increased by 1 frame. What is the third attack? Like, what are we talking about? The opponent's recovery time and blocking has been reduced by 3 frames, and the advantage on block has been changed from -8 to -12. But what are they blocking? I don't understand. Reduce the knockback distance when the attack is blocked. But what? Like, I think that just might be something that they are just not being very clear about, because that doesn't make sense. Like, that doesn't make sense. I guess, whatever. Asuka, during heat, adjusted the tracking and properties so that follow-up attacks no longer track the opponent if the first hit whiffs. I mean, thank God. But, like, I think they just didn't list Chaos Judgment inputs, so I think those are all supposed to be, like, specific inputs. I feel like the second part is talking about 3-2, and I think the third part is talking about, well, I don't even know what the third part is talking about. The fourth part, I can understand. Maybe that's like the power crush. If the power crush gets blocked, even if you absorb a hit. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. That Anna, the last thing on Anna just doesn't make any sense. Asuka during Naniwa Gusto, forward 2 on hit or block 1+2. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on block so that the first and second hits are now blocked consecutively. Brother, this little section of Asuka is actually kind of crazy, because this bitch needs more nerfs. Like, what are you talking about? Her in heat is insane. All of her Naniwa Gusto stuff is insane. Upward 1-2 is like basically a 13 frame homing move that gives you like counter hit, guaranteed shit. Like, this character, Asuka, is like insane. She's so insane. 1-1-3, a safe delayable like 10 frame string that counter hit launches. What? There needs to be more of her Asuka. There really does. I'm hoping that there's like more nerfs to her, because Asuka is actually a fucking problem. Azucena during heat, adjusted the tracking problems. Okay, so it looks like most of her heat stuff adjusted the tracking problems, but I haven't run into an Azucena who just throws out heat smashes, so I don't really know. Brian's QCF 1+2, the hitbox has been expanded downward, alleviating instances for whiffing for certain moves. So I guess it was getting mid crush, but Brian doesn't need any fucking buffs. He needs more nerfs than anything. Like, his damage is absolutely insane. QCF1 or QCB1 should not be a counter hit launcher. I'm sorry. I said it. Adjusted the tracking property so that follow-up attacks no longer track the opponent if the first hit whiffs. Lies. Liza Minnelli lies. Because it still does. Like, that shit still tracks. I don't understand. Claudio during Starburst. They did, it looks like they nerfed 4432. So it says 4432 hold. The attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate unintended occurrences of hitting opponents who are behind you. The opponent's recovery time and blocking has been reduced by 2 frames, and the advantage on block has been changed from +14 to +12. The tracking ability against sidestep has also been reduced, which is really good because people are saying, oh, you just gotta sidestep it, but like you could not even sidestep it. Starburst again during Starburst 4432, just 4432. So the first one was for the hold during Starburst. The attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate unintended occurrences of hitting opponents who are behind you. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 10 frames, and the advantage on block has been changed from +1 to -9. The opponent's behavior on hit has been altered to not induce wall stun, which that is actually good. 4432 is so nasty. I'm so glad that they decided to balance it. 4432 hold without Starburst. The attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate unintended hits of people hitting behind you, and the tracking ability has been reduced for sidestepping. Damn, 4432 again. The attack hitbox has been, okay, we get it. Like you said that before. Oh, this is regular 4432 and then 4432 hold. And then the first two were Starburst. Starburst 4432. While standing 1-1 in practice mode, corrected the issue where frame advantage. Oh, nothing burger. And why is it +9 on hit? What? Yo, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Hello, welcome in, guys. We're just going over the patch notes right now. We're about to get into Devil Gen, but thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. All right, during heat and morning crow, the consumption of heat has been -180 to -300. Okay, during heat, what is it? Hell sweep. The consumption of remaining heat is minus. Oh, so they just fixed the heat. All right. Dragunov, they fixed his QCF4 to alleviate instances of whiffing against opponents with low stances. So now it hits Mantis and basically any stance that's supposed to crouch low. Probably AOP as well. Eddie, they fixed his heat smash. Hey, Grapeford. Fang. They fixed his heat. They also fixed the counter hit of back 4-2. I think it's probably not gonna give him a shoulder anymore. QCF1, they reduced the damage by 2 points, and QCF2, it went from being -12 on block to -14. So those are pretty fair nerfs to him, I think. Harong down 3+4. The behavior on counter hit has been aligned with that of normal hits. Boo. There needs to be more fucking nerfs for Harong too. Literally, this character does not need 50 million homing moves at all. That new homing low is so dumb. They need to take it out. Hey, what's up, Kiharu? We're just going over patch notes. Jack 8 adjusted the tracking properties so that follow-up attacks. Okay, so that's for his heat smash. Jin for his heat smash. 214 changed the opponent's behavior upon counter hit. So I saw that they made a different counter hit appearance for it, but apparently it's like, I don't know. I think that string was a little too broken in season 1, so I'm glad to see that it's getting its well-deserved balance. Zanshin up 1 expanded the hurt box, alleviating situations when certain attacks would whip. So I'm assuming that's probably the launcher, the high crushing launcher. Kazuya's heat smash. We're gonna skip over all the heat smash shit, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what everyone else's balances are. During devil form, up 1 on hit or block 3. Reduce the heat timer from 120 to 30. They need to nerf. They need to take away him getting heat back just for using devil moves. Like, that's fucking crazy. Kuma Panda. During hunting, back forward, fixed an issue where unintended behavior would occur when performing this action while facing away from the opponent. Lars, during heat and limited entry 1, they changed the consumption to 300. Down forward 113. Increase the recovery time by 2 when the first hit is blocked or whiff. Changing the frame advantage on block from -1 to -3. Tracking ability of the second hit against side steps has been reduced. Recovery time on third attack increased by 1 frame. Opponent's recovery time and blocking has been reduced by 3 frames. The advantage on block has been changed from -8 to -12. So it's finally punishable. It should have been. It should have been punishable. That string being safe was insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Reduce the knockback distance when the attack is blocked to make sure that we can punish it. Thank God. So now people are not just going to be mashing out down forward 113. Running 1. The opponent's recovery time on block has been reduced by 3 frames. The advantage on block has been changed from +7 to +4. Fair. I personally don't even think it needs to be plus, but whatever. Back 1. Change the opponent's behavior upon counter hit. I don't really know what that is, like what it would do. So I'll let Lars Means tell me in the comments. Down forward 3 down, down forward 2 or down forward 1 down, down forward 2 1 down, or forward 2 1, down forward 2, down back 2 forward, and back 3 forward. Adjusted the collision detection when the opponent to make it more difficult to slip under a floating opponent. Oh, so they fix it for combo reasons. Okay, I think those are fair Lars nerfs. Like, actually, this actually makes the character a bit more balanced. Law during Dragon Charge 4, change the opponent's behavior upon counter hit. I don't even know what it does. And then they adjusted the transition into jump specifically from a crouching state. Interesting. Thanks, Graveboard. You like it? You like her? I worked really hard on this model. I really love her. All right, Lee, back 3-3. Change the damage from 9-9 to 9-12. Adjusted the distance between characters on first hit to reduce the occurrence of whiffing at second hit. Damage changed from 17 to 20 on back form. They just gave him buffs. While standing 2-3, the opponent's recovery time and blocking has increased by 1 frame, and the advantage on block has been changed from -14 to -13. Boo! The heat, during heat, 2+3, change damage from 37 to 40, adjusted the tracking properties so that follow-up attacks no longer track the opponent if the first hit whiffs. 1, 2, 2, 3, the distance from the opponent has been reduced when the second hit connects in order to alleviate whiffing midway through. Hitbox of the third hit has been enlarged to mitigate the instance of whiffing midway through. Why are they giving him buffs? 2, 2, 3, the distance from the opponent has been reduced when the first hit connects in order to alleviate whiffing midway through. Why? This is so stupid. During heat, down 1+2, fixed an issue where players could crouch to evade a follow-up high attack at an earlier timing. Lee is so good. I don't understand why Lee players say he's not good, because I think Lee is actually like a really good character. It's kind of insane. Leo, during heat and Jinji do Lee for 1+2, the consumption of remaining heat. We need more nerfs. We need more nerfs on Leo. We need more nerfs. That new low, nerf it. Needs to be nerfed. Leo needs to be nerfed. Like, extremely. There needs to be more nerfs on Leo besides just that. Yeah, I know the time zones have been really weird, but if this is the time you're normally up, I'll try to stay streaming around this time for a little bit longer. During heat, adjusted the tracking properties so that follow-up attacks no longer track the opponent if the first hit whiffs. Okay, so that's just for heat. Lily's 3-1 and 3-2 now no longer the second hit whiffs. The second hit used to whiff even if 3 hit. So now the second hit, if you hit your 3, you will get your 3-1 or your 3-2, which is actually really good because I remember that shit used to piss me off when I would have it, whatchamacallit, whiffing. Paul QCF2, when it's blocking, the opponent's recovery time and blocking is reduced by 7 frames, so it went from safe to -13. That's really good. 442 1+2 on heat. It reduces more heat, it consumes more heat, and they change the damage from 1436 to 1431. During heat while crouching, down forward 2 1+2. When inputting during heat, full crouch down forward 2 1+2 corrected an issue when the first hit startup was incorrectly set to 15. All right, so they buffed that to 14. And during deep dive, down forward 4, Change the opponent's behavior on counter hit. I wonder what that is. Reina needs more nerves. Shaheen needs more nerves. Steve needs lots more nerfs than this. What do you mean? What do you mean? There needs to be more nerfs on this. Armor King is going to be so sick. Victor, I think Victor's fine, but he needs his heat to be reduced if he's using Ice Stance. That's like the craziest thing. Xiaoyu's Hypnotist 3 now takes some more heat. Yoshimitsu's Kincho 2 1+2 consumes more heat. And then this part was crazy. Buffs for Zafina? For what? Forward 1+2 on hit or block. Health consumption has been changed from 18 to 10. Downward 1-2 on hit or block 1+2. Down back 2 on hit or block 1+2. The health consumption has been changed from 18 to 10. Like, they just changed all the health consumption on all the new moves, but they didn't change back 1+2. They didn't change its frame advantage. They didn't change the range. They didn't change any of that, but they just made sure that she's not losing more health, which is crazy because the whole point of those moves being so strong was the fact that she was losing health, and that was kind of like, you weren't supposed to be spamming out these moves, but like, it doesn't even matter because she was chipping away so much, it didn't even matter how much health she was losing to begin with. It's kind of crazy that they just gave her buffs, and I'm hoping that they address the way that she does, like the way that her moves work, especially back 1+2. So I don't know, all in all, this entire patch, if we're only getting one more balance patch, that last balance patch better be big. It better be very big when it comes to balancing out all these characters, when it comes to balancing out like the new moves. If anything, they should be removing moves. I think they should be removing a lot of new stuff that made no sense. Like, there shouldn't be this many homing moves. So I'm really scared when it comes to, if they're saying that version 2.03 in July when Pokemon comes out is the last balance, like major overhaul balance, I'm very concerned because the previous patch looked pretty good, but this patch is not looking so good. So I'm a bit worried with how it's going, but I just want to, I mean, what are your guys' opinions on this? Because I don't know, I'm a bit nervous. We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. We got one more patch, so